of San Benito and Santa Clara counties.
Could Nike's new Air Jordan basketball shoes spark deadly gang violence? That's what Bay Area police and authorities in surrounding areas fear, and now they're trying to prevent it. Tony Russomanno explains from Salinas.
Police in San Jose and several other Northern California cities say they are intensely interested in Nike's latest Air Jordan basketball shoes. What got their attention was a letter to Nike from the mayor of Salinas warning that the shoes could lead to violence. The police interest is not in who's wearing them necessarily, but in what it means when they do.
Our biggest concern is that a nationally distributed product by a internationally known corporate name would be used to further promote the ideologies of a criminal organization.
That organization would be Northern California's Norteño street gang.
And Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
The shoes are the 14th edition of basketball superstar Michael Jordan's wildly popular line. So they carry the number 14 in Roman numerals in a red circle on the sole. The color and the numerals XIV are used by Norteño gang members to identify themselves. The letter N is the 14th letter of the alphabet. And gang members mark their territory with their symbols.
You can imagine seeing them walking through dirt alleys or something, leaving little XIVs all over the floor, you know.
Gang outreach workers say even non-gang members who unknowingly display a gang symbol in a rival's territory have been shot and stabbed. The shoes cost $150 a pair. You might think that price would put off a lot of potential buyers, but Salinas police say local stores have sold out of their first 2 shipments and won't even be getting any more in until March. Nike says they have no intention to stop selling them, but the company is taking out newspaper ads in Salinas and Chico this weekend to emphasize what a spokeswoman calls the company's and Michael Jordan's values.
The solution is helping build strong communities and helping build strong programs. And that's where we choose to focus our efforts on in addressing this issue. That truly is the answer.
Police say it would be futile to try to prevent sale of the shoes. Instead, they want parents to be aware of what their kids are wearing and why they're wearing it. In Salinas, Tony Russomanno, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
Like, my mother passed away when I was in reception, so I had them threatening to send me to the hole for everything. And I looked at somebody funny. It was, you want to go to a hole? So that was my first thing. When I hit Mainline in Corcoran, I actually made, I don't know if it's a mistake of a new first termer, but when I came, they asked me, where you from when you walk into the building? I've been Corcoran. Corcoran, anybody knows back then, it was infamous. There was a B, Yard B, there was a level 4. So I walk in, and there's a podium right in the front when you come through the gates, the doors. Well, it's cages. So I walk in, and they tell me, where you from? And I told them, I ain't from anywhere. And mind you, they just gave me 15 years for saying I'm from Elmwood. So I wasn't about to tell anybody I'm from anywhere else, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I'm young, I'm dumb. I'm like, nah, I ain't from anywhere. She goes, well, are you a northerner or are you a southerner? And I told him, I told him, I ain't from anywhere. He goes, well, where were you born? I go, I was born in Los Angeles. He goes, then you're Sureño. He goes, but since you put with me, I'm going to fuck with you. Whatever, dude. So he puts me in the cell 202. That's upstairs. It's the second cell. On the beginning of there's like a big U. It looks like a U. So they got a bunch of, I think it's 18 cells per row. So they put me in 202, and when Chow comes out, I have a vice as a Sally. I walk out and I go to Chow. So I'm walking to Chow, I see a bunch of homies, and I see an older guy. He got a big brush, he's tattooed, he looked like a fool, like, all right, homie, I'm gonna go introduce myself to this dude, because I want to be known. I didn't want nobody messing with me. I'm gonna make my bones right now. So I walked to this guy, told him, he goes, what's up, homie? I go, what's up, dog? I go, they call me Sonny Boy from Elmwood Street, Los. And he looks at me, he goes, your homies are back there. And I looked at him like, what are you talking about? And then it snapped to me that he's a Norteño. He's the shot caller for the Norteños. So I was like, oh man. So I went to, I waited for my people. I got acted like tie my shoe. I waited for my people, and my people were laughing because they were like, fool, you over there talking to a Norteño. Shut up, dog. You know, I'm young. I don't know. So he goes, nah, don't worry. When you get to a certain point in time, you're going to know what a Norteño looks like over a homie. Which I did. I learned. You know, I could tell a Norteño right off the bat.
Well, how? But, I'm curious. How?
Excuse me?
How? What would be some telltale signs?
The way there is a little tweak, a small tweak of their personality different from a Sureño. A Norteño and a Sureño, there's a little tweak that's different. And it's hard to describe, but if I look at someone for a second and they say something and they move a certain way, I know they're Norteño. Right off the bat. Corcoran, I stayed there about 9 months, and they moved me up to Centinela. And that's where I really did all my time, a lot of my time.
Are Norteños and Sureños still separated in prison?
At the time, yeah, they were separated. I don't know about now. I don't know anything about the system now. But when I went in there, it was strictly forbidden for somebody like me to talk to a Norteño. I was actually, because when you're on a level 4, and I didn't understand when I first got in, the potential. See, I used to listen to a lot of older guys. They tell me, as soon as you hit the joint, you get yourself a knife and put in your work. I was like, okay. That's not true. Because when I went to level 4 and I tried to do what they told me to do, I got checked pretty quick. It was like, hey, we all got to live here together. Don't start nothing you can't finish. And if you want something to do, we'll give you something. And that, shut your mouth. Yes, sir.